Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Super excited for today's video. I just did a Target run. That's because I picked up the new ColourPop line created for Target. That's right, you heard correctly. ColourPop is now sold in stores and online at Target. I went to one of my local Targets and they had pretty much everything in stock. So I picked up all four of the eyeshadow palettes. I picked up one of the trio of lip liner sets. I picked up a Lippie stick set, which is a set of 3. I picked up a lip gloss. I picked up a Super Shock shadow. I picked up a Super Shock highlighter, and I picked up a duo of the color Stix. Let me go ahead and start showing you guys some swatches of the eyeshadow palette. We'll start with the Cool Tone palette. This one is called Truly Iconic, and these palettes were created specifically for this launch at Target, and they retail for $14 a piece. The next palette is the more purple leaning palette, and this is called Vibe Check. The next palette is the Send Nudes palette, which is definitely going to be your more neutral palette of the bunch. And last but certainly not least, one that I think is going to be my favorite is Muse Moment. Now, I did mention that I picked up 2 Super Shock products. I picked up a Super Shock highlighter in the shade Lunch Money, and I picked up a shadow in the shade Obvi. Guys, these are pre-existing already. They are not new shades. To my knowledge, the only thing that's new are going to be the eyeshadow palettes. Now, as for the lip liners, it's a trio of lip liners. I went with the more neutral option, and the shades that are included are, I think it's Hella, the one I'm wearing, Love Bug, and Good and Plenty. I also picked up the more neutral leaning Lippie stick trio. That set includes Brink, which is the one I have on, Parker, and Ziggy. Now for the color stick duo, I went with the blue-gray option. The blue one is called Donut Break, and then the gray one is called Clownin', and they are both metallic shades. I picked up one lip gloss. This is the So Glossy lip gloss in the shade Fame Game. So guys, I was able to pick up almost one of everything just so we could try it out and we can see what the formula is like, if they changed anything, if anything is off, or maybe it's better, who knows. If it is your first time here on my channel, I want to say hello and welcome to everybody. My name is Steph, and this is what I love to do. I love trying out new makeup. You're always going to see the latest and greatest in makeup reviews. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes. I'll be creating one look with each palette today. I do makeup ranking videos. We just talk about makeup. We talk about makeup. We have a good time while doing it. If that sounds like something you want to be a part of and you want to see my videos on pretty much a daily basis, do me a favor, click on that subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like what you see, if you're a fan of ColourPop, if you're a fan of Target, maybe you were just in Target and you were wondering what is this new ColourPop line doing at Target, give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, I will have everything that I'm wearing. I have some other ColourPop products on my face. I'll have it all linked and listed in the description box. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's get ready to play with some new ColourPop at Target makeup. If you guys want to see how all of these products perform, keep on watching. Okay guys, I'm going to add a little bit of the lip gloss. I have a few of these, and I do like them. I like them quite a bit. Now guys, I didn't notice anything different like with the prices. All of the prices are pretty much the same. I have my receipt right here. I didn't spend more than $18 on a product, and I don't know which product it was. It could have been the lipsticks that were $18. I know all of the eyeshadow palettes were $14. There was a couple other things that were $14. I want to say the Super Shock was $8 each, and maybe the lip gloss was $6. I wish they itemized it, but everything is going to be under 20 bucks. So we're going to start first. I'm going to save the green one, which is the one I'm most excited about. We'll save that for the second round. I think I'm going to start with this Cool Tone palette, the Truly Iconic. So in this particular palette, we're getting 3 matte shades, 2 sequin shades, and 4 shimmer shades. Now on a Refer 27, I'm going to pick up some of the shadow right here. And I've already primed my eyelids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. You guys, I went to Target and I forgot to get popcorn. How many of you guys love the Target popcorn? I Could eat it all day, every day. I feel like this shadow is coming across a little more cool toned, perhaps a little more on the gray side than how it looks in the pan. I don't know. What do you guys think? It is the shadow right here, and that's it on the lid. I don't know. I kind of think so. So now I'm going to dip into this sequin shadow right here on my Rephr 14. The thing with the sequin shadows is just treat them like they're matte shades. The little sparkle that they have kind of just blends itself away. Don't feel like, oh, you need to treat it as a shimmer, spray it. Like, I would not spray this shadow. At its core, it is a matte shadow. So just treat it as such. Ooh, and I need to put the highlighter on. I don't have any highlighter. They had 3 different highlighters available. They had Lunch Money, Flexitarian, and then I forgot the other one. The one I went with is Lunch Money. So we'll put that on in a second. Now I'm going to do, let's try the black. Because I know a lot of you might be curious about this matte black. I'm going to use the same Rephr 14. That's nice. That's easy to work with. So now I think I'm going to do a combination of these 2 shimmer shadows. I forgot that these had names. They have names like on the sides. So this one is called Also Me. And I'm using my damp Morphe M124. That is really pretty. They did have different Super Shocks available. I just went with one, the green, of course. That looks so pretty. Now I'm going in with that light blue. I could see this making a really pretty New Year's Eve palette. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with this gray sequin shade. This one is called Mashup. I'm using a little BH Cosmetics pencil brush. Now I'm going to go in with this shadow for the inner corner. This one is called Refill. Now I think what I'm going to do is add one of those color sticks. Maybe the blue? I mean, you could do the gray. They're both metallic shades, but let's try the blue. Something different? Or should we do the gray? I'm going to do the blue because I love color. Oh yeah, love that. And I have some of these, guys. I have like the matte ones and I have metallic ones. I wear them in the waterline. They've never given me any issues. So I'm going to pop off camera. I'm going to add some liner and mascara and I'll be right back to show you the completed look with Truly Iconic. Okay guys, so here's the completed look with the Truly Iconic palette. The mascara I'll be using in today's video is this one from ColourPop, and it is their Level Up Mascara. For the top lash line, Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Liner, the Snoopy edition, and that's about it. Love it. This palette performed really well, and I think if you're looking for a nice 9-pan neutral palette, maybe again for New Year's Eve, this might be something you'd want to consider adding to your next Target haul. Let's move over to the left eye and we'll do Send Nudes next. Before we get into the palette, let's apply the highlighter. This one is Lunch Money. I'm gonna use my Shop Miss A F19 brush. I am wearing a ColourPop blush and bronzer. The blush is the shade Georgette, I think. I'll have it in the description box. And I'm using the Super Shock bronzer. I think that one's in the shade Isle of Paradise. Okay, so that's nice. I didn't have Lunch Money. I have Monster, and I have another one. I didn't have any of the shades that they had at Target, so Lunch Money looked like it was the lightest one of the trio, so that's the one I picked up. So this palette contains 5 matte shades, 3 shimmer shadows, and this one looks like a sequin shadow. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, these are kind of a little too similar. I think I'm gonna do, no. I'm gonna pack this shade. I'm gonna pack this shade on the lid, and then I'll probably start blending out the crease with this shade. So I'm taking the shade No Tea on a BK 203. All right, so that packed on really well. Now on a BK 202, I'm gonna take that other shade called Love Ya, and I'm gonna start working this in the crease. Actually, I think I should have taken this on a rougher 14, a little bit, make it a little bit smaller of a brush. Yeah, let's see if this will be better. I'm gonna try this shade right here. I'm gonna use that right directly in the crease. Same brush. Going back in with the lighter shade. Now you can see how the mattes are layering, which I think they're doing a fantastic job. All right, now I'm gonna apply the shadow. Let's try it with my finger. This one is called After Hours. Nah, I think the damp brush is gonna be better. Using my damp Morphe M124. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this lighter shadow. This one is called Bare All. Same little Morphe brush. And I'm gonna apply some of that to the center. Ooh. That's also gonna be the inner corner highlight. Now for the lower lash line, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this medium tone brown. This one is called No Shade, and I'm using a BH Cosmetics pencil brush. Now I'm gonna go in with this yellow sequin called DM Me, same brush. Now I'm gonna go back in with this shimmer shadow. It's the one I had in the center. Let me spray my brush. I think I'm gonna apply like that bone color shade to the brow bone just to try and use as many shades. I think there's only two shades that I won't have used in this palette. So I'm just gonna pick up some of this one. Alright guys, I'm gonna do the finishing touches off camera. Now I'll be right back to show you the completed look with Send Nudes. Okay guys, here's the completed look with the Send Nudes palette. Same Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner. And for the lower waterline, I went into one of the color sticks that I already had. This is one of the matte shades. This one is called Check Please. And I did swatch it right there next to the metallic one, but that's the one I have in the waterline. I like them, and I bought this. It came as a set. In a little box like this, which I think you can still find this on the ColourPop website. I don't remember how much it was, but I have a video where I swatched out all of the mattes and all of the metallic shadows. So I'll have my ColourPop playlist linked in a pinned comment so you can browse through that in case you need some more ColourPop inspo. Got you covered. But these are the first two looks with the first two palettes. We have something very cool tone and truly iconic, and something a bit more warm tone in Send Nudes. So far, performing really great. All the products. I haven't had any issues, no hiccups with anything. Let me remove these two looks and I'll be right back, and we'll start playing with the more colorful palettes of the bunch. Alright guys, I did change lippies. The lip liner I used is Good and Plenty, and the lipstick is Parker. I do want to add the lip gloss. I really like the way the lip gloss looked on the first look. It's a nice formula. And again, the lip liners come as a trio. The lipsticks, they do come as a trio as well. So now we're going to play with Muse Moment. And I'm also going to incorporate the Super Shock shadow that I bought in this look. Green. How beautiful. So in this palette, we're getting 4 matte shades, 2 sequin shades at the top, and 3 shimmer shadows. I think I'm going to start first with this sequin shadow right here. This one is called Wait For It. And I'm using my Game Beauty E01. I'm going to focus that on the inner portion. Down. Now on a Rephr 14, I'm going in with the darker green called No Cap. Felt a little bit of fallout. I haven't really been experiencing fallout from these palettes. Just like very minor. Nothing to where it's like gonna stain. Love that. That is so pretty. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to touch up the lighter green a little bit. Now you could leave this as an all matte, but I'm not because we have a lot of shadows to try out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this green shimmer. This one is called Not a Player. And then I think I'm going to add some of this one like in the middle and then also in the inner corner. And let me just swatch them real quick. They are different. The darker green is the shimmer in the palette, and then this lighter one is the single. Using my damp Morphe M124. Actually, you know what? I'll do the Super Shock on the inner portion. I think that'll work. Same brush, but I'm not going to spray this one. If you're unfamiliar with the Super Shock formula, it's putty-like. It doesn't feel wet or anything. Love it, love it. I'm going to touch up the light green, the sequin. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with this peach shade. This one is called Mad Cute. I'm using a Rephr 26. Same brush. Now I'm going to dip into the dark brown. This dark brown is called You're on Mute. It's called You're on Mute. This looks like chocolate chip mint, doesn't it? Add a little bit more of the Super Shock right in here. Okay guys, I'm gonna do finishing touches. I'll be right back to show you the completed look with Muse Moment. Alright guys, here's the completed look with Muse Moment. I added 2 ColourPop cream gel liners to the top lash line. I went in with this one. This one is in the shade Teaspoon. And for the lower waterline, I went in with the shade Aglow. Love this green look so much. Pretty. I think this one so far is my favorite palette, of course, because it has green. Let's move over to the left eye and we'll start working on Vibe Check. So in this particular palette, we're getting 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. Now these 2 shades, they look so similar to one another. Definitely didn't need that. I think I'm gonna start with this shadow. I'm going to put that in the crease, in the inner corner, and then I think I'm going to come down and use these 2 matte shades. I'm using my Rephr 01. On a Rephr 14, I'm going in with Big Mood. Same brush, I'm going in with Friday Night. These shades are layering really well. That's what I've noticed. Like the mattes, everything has been pretty much on point for ColourPop, you know? Very happy to see this. Now I'm going to go in with this shimmer shadow on the lid. This is called Sweet Fantasy, and I'm taking it on a damp Rephr 21. Felt a little bit of fallout with this one. Adding a little bit more Friday Night. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of Go Bestie. Just apply it right in here. Now on a damp BH Cosmetics pencil brush, I'm going to go in with this shimmer shadow for the lower lash line. This one is called Like Literally. That is a pretty shade. Same brush, now I'm going to go in with this one. This one is called Not Yours. I did spray the brush. That's pretty. Ooh, nice. Alright guys, let me do the finishing touches. I'll be right back to show you the completed look with Vibe Check. Alright guys, here's the completed look with Vibe Check. Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Liner. For the lower waterline, I went in with another color stick. This is also a matte one. This one's in the shade Bittersweet. And then I changed lippies. This was the final lip duo. So for the lip liner, the shade is called Love Bug and the lipstick is Ziggy. Alright guys, so I've officially used all of the products that I picked up in today's ColourPop for Target haul. It's time for me to share with you all my final thoughts. So let's talk first about the eyeshadow palettes, and I did rank these already. So my favorite is gonna be Muse Moment, obviously because it has green, it has peach. I love a color story like this. My second favorite is Truly Iconic, the Nude Cool Tone palette. This is a really, really nice one. If I didn't love color so much, I'd probably put this one in the #1 spot. Coming in at #3, Vibe Check, the one I just used. And then last but not least, we have Send Nudes. I think the quality is fantastic. You know, it's the great ColourPop quality. The shadows, the mattes in particular, they all blend really well with one another. I think some of the shimmer shadows in here are more along the lines of like traditional shimmers, but some do have a slight shift to them. I would definitely spray your brush. These are not multi-chromes, they're not duochromes, they're not going to be blinding in your face shimmers. I think if you want more shimmers that pack a punch, I would definitely go for the Super Shocks. This Super Shock is in the shade Obvi, and I have it on over here. This is a pre-existing shade already, so you can find this not just at Target, but of course on ColourPop and probably on Ulta as well. The highlighter feels like the traditional Super Shock highlighter formula. I didn't have this one. This one is called Lunch Money. I am wearing it right now. I think it's a nice product, and if you've never worked with a Super Shock formula before, it is a putty-like texture. It's just it's a really, really nice formula. I'd highly recommend checking at least 1 or 2 things from the Super Shock line out, just so you can try the formula for yourself, see what you think. You know guys, I forgot to use the gray color stick. I was so caught up with bringing out my other color sticks that I hadn't used in a while, but I like this formula. I've had this formula in my stash for quite some time, and they did have different duo sets available. This is just the set that I went with. The lip products, I added the gloss. I've had their glosses in my stash for a while. I don't know if this is a new shade. This one is Fame Game. They had like 3 different glosses to choose from, but this is the one I felt would just complement the lipsticks that I was picking up. But has a little bit of sparkle in it. I like it. It paired really well with all 3 of the Lippie sticks, and these do come as a trio. These shades are pre-existing already. These are some of their most popular shades: Parker, Ziggy, and Brink. I have these shades over here. I'm gonna throw these away because these are at least 2 years old. These are replacing these, and I had gotten the white ones. I think it's been 2 years. I think I'm gonna have to discard this before the year is over, because you don't want to keep your lipsticks for too long after the expiration date. I mean, it's something you can ingest and you just never know. You never know. So I think I'm gonna be discarding my ColourPop Lippie Stick Stash Cup, but that is available, I think, on the ColourPop website. Should you be interested in picking up that? I had that in my stash. I used them. They were great, but I'm ready to update those Lippies, and I liked that they sold these as a trio. And then, of course, the lip liners. The lip liners are sold as a trio. I think there were 2 different trios or 3 different trios. My Target was out of stock, or they hadn't received stock of some of the items. This is the one that I chose. I thought it was the perfect complement for these lippy sticks, and I really like the formula. It's a very soft formula. It's not hard. It's very easy to work with. It feels very comfortable on the lips, and I will say that the lip liners as well as the lippy sticks, they do last a good while, and these are a matte formula, and that's why I've been applying the gloss over all of them. I have to say, guys, in trying everything, 2 thumbs up. So happy to see ColourPop inside Target, as if we needed more stuff to buy from Target already. Now we have ColourPop to keep an eye on there, but very happy to see that ColourPop is just expanding. They're growing their customer base. I know they're gonna make so many new customers because not everybody goes to Ulta. Not everybody is familiar with ColourPop. More people go to Target than they do Ulta, and I think it's just fantastic that ColourPop was able to expand into Target, a store that so many of us love and shop at. I don't know if Target is available like in Canada. I don't think it's overseas in Europe. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you have Target over there where you're at. But let me know what you thought of today's video. Would you have ranked the eyeshadow palettes the way I did? Which look was your favorite? What do you think of all of the products? What do you think of just ColourPop being inside Target? Leave it in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.